Another beautiful night in Auburn, Maine. A great night for soccer. And tonight it's a rivalry matchup. The home team, the Central Maine Community College Mustangs, taking on the visitors from South Portland, the Southern Maine Community College Seawolves. My name is Rob Kennedy along with Rob Munzing. Always great when these two teams clash. And it really doesn't matter the sport. These two teams played some games last year, 3 in fact. 2-1 overall in favor of the Mustangs. Both teams won at home last year in the regular season, and then a 2-1 win in the semifinals out in Concord, New Hampshire for Central Maine ended the Seawolves season, and don't think they've forgotten about that.
Well, always with the rivalry, you always go back and you remember that last game, and if it leaves a bitter taste in your mouth, Rob, you want to get rid of that just as soon as possible. So we should have a great night to play tonight. A little breezy here, but a beautiful night here on the shores of Lake Auburn here in Central Maine, and we're glad you chose to join us here on Munzing Media's sports production of Central Maine Mustang Sports.
One good thing for the Seawolves, the guys on the Mustangs who did most of the damage to them last season, not here anymore. In the 4-2 win here last year, Mohammed Batan scored twice, Saab Nur and Abdi Hersey both added goals. It was a 1-1 draw in South Portland. Actually misspoke, said it was a loss last year on enemy turf for Central Maine. It was a 1-1 draw. Saab Nur scored again in that one, and in the 2-1 win in the semifinals, guess who? Saab Nur and Mohammed Matan for good measure. So those two guys, each scoring 3 times in 3 games against the Seawolves, both have moved on. So someone else will have to step up for Central Maine tonight if the Seawolves, or the Mustangs rather, going to continue their winning ways against their rivals. Let's take a look at the starters tonight. We'll start with the CMCC. Now let's start with the visitors, the SMCC Seawolves. They will start in goal with Andrew Pike, a freshman from Berwick, Maine. He wears number 26 down there in the goal. Erickson Shea will start tonight. He's a senior. Alberto Casacca will start tonight as well. Laszlo Derogi, Caleb Arsenault, Giovanni Lopez, David Wilson, Ethan Nedler, Sean Beldner, Reed Garber, and Zuzi Mavula will also start in the lineup tonight for Southern Maine. They're coached by Brian Dewar in his 17th year at the helm of the Seawolves. Southern Maine Community College starts this way. Arnaud Nagasaza will start between the sticks tonight. Jacob Atwood will start on defense. Ivan Dominguez, Isidoro Dominguez, and Igor Dominguez will all start tonight. All 3 Dominguez brothers, number 7, 8, and 9. Abdurrahman Daoud will start tonight with Zubair Abdullahi. Moses Lumo on defense, Sasha Bruno up front. Abdi Fattah Youssef starting, and Abdi Rakib Youssef also starting tonight for Central Maine. It was 1-0 on the season, coached by Kieran McCormick in his first year. The 1 win for Central Maine on Saturday. A win over Northern Essex, 6-1 at home. The Mustangs scoring twice before the game was 10 minutes old. Took control with 3 late first half goals, lead 5-1 at the break, and added a 6 late in the contest. The Seawolves 0-3-1 on the season. That's if you count their loss on Monday against Bridget Academy, which I believe was likely an exhibition game.
Yeah, I think that it was, yes.
And the games that are countable for sure, a 4-4 tie against Community College of Rhode Island. They've also played Northern Essex and lost to the Knights 3-1, and a loss to Massasoit Community College 6-0 by that final score as well. But you really kind of throw all that stuff out when these two teams play, I think. It's teams that know each other quite well, programs that have a lot of history, and just a big rivalry game. And I would expect that we'll be having a good crowd filling in for this one as the game gets closer and closer to kickoff and we get underway.
Well, this has been Rivals Week, Rob, and we go all the way back to last weekend when the Mustangs and the Seawolves hooked up on the volleyball court, but the Mustangs winning that. We had baseball last night. Seawolves prevailed in that 9-inning game, and again here today we have the men's soccer programs getting after it.
The team starting lineups have been announced. We'll pause for the national anthem. Very nice night for soccer tonight, 75 degrees. But one difference that we've have here tonight that we have not experienced in any of the contests we've had so far this season, pretty good wind blowing tonight. That might be a bit of a factor as far as the flight of the ball is concerned. Looks like it's mostly blowing across the field from where we sit, in your camera position that you're looking at across the field. So we'll see if that impacts the players at all. Temperature certainly is beautiful, and the lights are on here because by the time we start the second half or so, around 7 o'clock, they'll be needed.
Yeah, it'll be changeable here on our camera. You may see us flash the screen a little bit as we adjust for the changeable light conditions. Zach Bryant running our camera again, doing a great job for us this year here from Central Maine Community College.
So Central Maine will be, as always, in the home Reds here in Auburn. They'll be attacking, defending the goal to our right, attacking from right to left. Arno Nyagasaz, as we remarked, is down there. Andrew Pike down to our left. He will be in a moment. He's out in the huddle with his Seawolves teammates. Southern Maine will attack from left to right here in the first half.
Yeah, not much motivational speeches being made here tonight, as you really don't need them in this rival series. If you joined us earlier in the year, we remarked a couple of times about the scoreboard not being functional. They got the part in, and it's back up and operational, so we should be pretty close to being able to keep the score for you. Obviously, we're not tied into the scoreboard here like we have with some other sports, but we can check our scoreboard and readjust as needed. And we're ready for the internet hogs tonight, Rob. Last time we had a SM game, a lot of folks came and they hit the internet, so we've got a backup system already in place here today, so we don't get hit on the internet. So it is open Wi-Fi, like a lot of college campuses are, and that's a great thing to have, except if you're trying to stream.
Exactly. That's where you can run into a little bit of an issue. So the Mustangs will start off in possession. We are underway. Love these battles. Be a hard-fought game, of course, as always is between these teams. Dominguez taken down cleanly, however. With a long ball intercepted, rolled all the way to Moses Lumu. Lumu gave that right back away to Caleb Arsenault, though, the Freeport native. Long ball as they'll try to hook up with Ivan Dominguez. Dominguez had a couple of goals in the exhibition game against St. Joe's. He got tripped up there on the far side. Holding his hand up over there is Zuzi Mavula, who made incidental contact, nothing intentional, but the clear foul will allow the free kick to Central Maine.
Well, Mustangs will look to build off the momentum from the weekend there with the 6-1 victory that they had, where they played very well against NECC.
6 goals in that game. Certainly the best that we've seen the Mustangs look all preseason, I guess regular season being the first regular season game. Not the free kick that Dominguez wanted. That's popped ahead. Brought down by Daoud. He'll try his luck from about 25 yards, and that one sailed on him up over the crossbar.
Yeah, and if you hear us comment on preseason, we're always very careful to say, let's take everything that happens in a preseason or friendly with a grain of salt. And that certainly was the way the preseason went. Of course, we cover all the games here because we have so many families away that want to watch.
Isidoro Dominguez had that glance off his head. There he is again. Now it's Daoud. Daoud was an impact sub in the first 3 games that we saw. Starting tonight, he certainly was effective when he came on. And he can score some goals. That's played back to Nagasaza. He'll have to fight the sun in the first half.
Yeah, the sun's more of a factor, Rob. It's low in the sky.
Let's see some keepers wear some hats out there, but not this time. Lumo. Good tackle on Erickson Shea. Shea from Freeport. There's that long ball ahead toward Igor Dominguez. Dominguez settles and tried to hook up with Ivan Dominguez. Sasha Bruno on that quickly. Bruno battling with Mavula. Bruno's shots behind the crossbar. That's another goal kick. Caleb Arsenault, actually Laszlo Dorogi. Dorogi's a good goal scorer, a couple of goals in his last 2 games. In fact, he scored against CMCC in both regular season games last year as well. 2 goals and 3 assists so far on the season for 7 points. Had 3 of those goal-assist combo on Saturday at CCRI. That's turned right to Bruno. Might get the opportunity here. If he can get the shot, there's the daylight, but it's blocked. David Wilson got in the way after it was turned over. Great block by the sophomore defender from Merrimack, Mass. Played to Daoud again. Trying to fly that out to the flank. Isidoro Dominguez is out there. Actually scratched that. That was Igor Dominguez that time. Zubair Abdullahi with a short throw in. Youssef now. Dominguez. Daoud calling for it and has it. Played back, and a long blast by Abdi Fattah Youssef. He had a goal in the 6-1 win over Northern Essex and was looking for one here in the early going. Good pressure so far by the Mustangs as they've had the bulk of the possession here in the first 4 minutes. They haven't really tested Andrew Pike, the freshman keeper. Put some balls in his direction, but all over the crossbar. It's a decent ball ahead to Erickson Shea. Shea watched by Atwood for Central Maine. Shea, his shot sails over the crossbar. Seen quite a bit of that in the first 5. Long-range shots that have all drifted high. And Arno Nagasaza. He had 4 saves in the 6-1 victory over Northern Essex. We'll put it back in play. Lumu, a bit of trouble over there. The ball spun away from him. Lumu in a good battle with Alberto Casaca. A foul called against Lumu, the free kick to the Seawolves. Casaca, number 8 out there. We just saw him. He's had a great start to his freshman season. Goal on Saturday against Community College of Rhode Island. Another goal on that exhibition against Bridgeton Academy on Monday. But a good ad for Coach Brian Dewar. Dorogi, familiar name to Munzing media viewers. Younger brother plays for the Tigers.
He's been a terrific player.
He's very good for Gardner, one of their best. That's out into touch. The quick throw in by Dorogi.
I'm not sure. He might have graduated.
See, I thought he might have, actually. Yep. He was there last year for sure. I called a couple of the games. Throw in for Southern Maine. Played back again. Bruno intercepts. Maybe a chance here for the Mustangs to counter if they hurry. Ivan Dominguez turns, looking for Isidoro, but his pass undercooked and intercepted. Shea. Lumu intercepts, has to watch out though for Casaca. Casaca with good speed, as you just saw. Alberto Casaca. The left-footed cross, the header. Oh, that was awfully close. Zuzi Mavula was right there.
Best scoring opportunity of the night right there, and it comes from the Seawolves on that cross.
Mavula played at South Portland High School, former Red Riot, playing for his hometown school. Dominguez toward Ivan Dominguez. He's being pursued by Nedler. Ivan Dominguez. Daoud called for it, played back instead. Isidoro the shot. That's saved nicely by Andrew Pike down low. Shea gets up to head that up, pop that up high. Abdullahi over on the touchline. A little bit of trouble, play that back. Youssef trying to switch the field. Bruno had to come back for it. He's got Abdurrahib Youssef on the overlap. Played back from Daoud. Isidoro Dominguez. Youssef to Dominguez once again. Trying to find Igor out there. Into the area, but that's deflected behind for another goal kick. Didn't even touch the ground before Abdi Rakib Youssef booted that high. He's got it again. Bruno over on the left flank. Youssef making a run toward the flag. Bruno took it inside instead. Bruno, long shot on goal. Decent velocity there, and that one was on target. And Pike again made the save, though, as that one from some range away.
Unobstructed view as well for Pike, able to track it all the way.
You got to get a real special strike on the ball to score from that range. Worth a shot, though. Ericsson's Shea trying to turn inside. Shea still with it, still holding. Got slowed down and stopped by Dominguez. Isidoro came back and made the tackle. Abdurrahman Daoud forced back. Caleb Arsenal right there with him. Bruno just kept that in. No, it crossed the line and a throw in for the Seawolves.
Yeah, get a good look at it. We're right down in front of that.
Lumu played that out toward the touchline. Cross for the throw in. Actually, cross for the corner. It's the first corner of the game. Goes to Southern Maine.
Yeah, we sometimes get blocked out down that sideline, so Zach will pick it up as the ball comes across.
I think that's Kasaka down there. Yeah, it is. I see him now, number 8. In swinging corner with that left foot in the area, headed, but only out to the 18. And that's popped over the crossbar. Here in the 10th minute, no score. A lot of shots. One on goal.
Yeah, fairly even territorially, too.
Oh, the best scoring chance we saw was on that attempted header by Zuzi Mavula, which did not get on goal, so it doesn't show up in the score sheet. That's really the best opportunity so far, and the Seawolves had it. Controlled by Southern Maine again. That's ahead toward Kasaka, and Lumu there to blast that away. He wasn't taking any chances. And the first 10 minutes of me watching Kasaka, I wouldn't take any chances either.
He's dangerous.
Just looking at him when he has the ball, you can kind of tell how threatening he is. Deflected behind. That's another corner for Southern Maine. So 2 corners in rapid succession, Kasaka took the one from the right side. He won't take the one from the left. Doesn't appear anyway. No one blew over there yet. Now we see Laszlo Dorogi heading over. Dorogi setting up. Has 5 targets to choose from. Always has Giovanni Lopez if he wanted to play it short, but Lopez got marked, so. Corner in swinging toward the goal. Had to be fisted down by the keeper, Nagasaza. That was a pretty dangerous ball, and still is, in fact. As the Mustangs do clear that away. Booted ahead, and now it's a foot race. Ivan Dominguez has it. Igor Dominguez going to goal. Ivan with it. Still holding. And that's out this time for a Central Maine corner. Quick counter by the Mustangs. The Seawolves, though, quickly got defenders back. Sasha Bruno's moved over to the right side now, and he'll take the corner. Daoud there to play it short, but he's dragged Mavula with him. And Daoud will take the place of Bruno and take the corner with his right foot. Four in the area, now 5 as Bruno joins them. Here's the ball in. Just missed by Moses Lumu. Lumu's a big body up there, towering over many of the other players, and just got a glancing header on the ball. Strong contact would have forced a good save out of Andrew Pike if he could have made it.
And Lumu will head back to where he normally does his defensive work, but you're right, Rob. He's a great target in there in those corners.
Looks to me like he's the tallest player out there right now. Shouldered over here. Got a pretty good look at Caleb Arsenault, and Abdurrakib Youssef will take the throw-in. Abdi Fattah Youssef toward Daoud. Battle of tens won by Dorogi. Now it's Lopez. Kasaka with it. Left that. Nice play to Shea. Now they'll move it outside. Another long shot, and not going to beat Nagasaza from there. Dominguez deferred. He let Daoud play that, but Daoud is forced back by Kasaka. The whistle blows the play dead and a foul, so a free kick. That one called against the Seawolves. They're at minute 14. Headed high and eventually down by Igor Dominguez. Got a couple of Seawolves to deal with here and got away from one. Trying to shed both. Played over toward Ivan Dominguez. And that rolled in on keeper. And Andrew Pike pounces out to pick it up. Seawolves coach Brian Dewar saying, quick. Wants to try to counter and get that opportunity. Took a little too long to develop that time. Played ahead for Kasaka again. Kasaka watched by Atwood. That's been a good battle here in the first 15. Now played to the 18, no one there in blue. Not the ball Kasaka was going for, but he had to get rid of it as he had two Central Maine players right there with him. Igor Dominguez played ahead. If Daoud can get onto this, it could be trouble. He does. Daoud switches to the left foot. A shot just missed. He rolled that outside the post. And the best opportunity of the contest so far for Central Maine results in a goal kick. And credit the defending, too, as it was not an easy play for Daoud to make.
Take a look at it right here, Rob. It was a great opportunity.
You watch him here, too, as he'll switch to that left foot. And when he does that, it makes it difficult to read Garber, the defender. But Garber stayed with him well, and that's why the shot, I believe, went wide. The accuracy hurt a little bit when he had to take that shot, scuffed it a touch, and that's why he dragged it off frame. Garber's a freshman, number 21, played for the Westbrook Blue Blazes. And once again in the starting lineup, he's been in the starting lineup in all 5 games so far for the Seawolves, both countable and exhibitions. Igor Dominguez rolled inside, dodging tacklers. Ivan Dominguez. Daoud trying to work something, setting things up with Youssef. And the wind got into that one and really took that far away from the goal.
Well, typically wind will be strongest right where we are right now, which is about dusk, and then it will usually calm down a little bit. Though there is a weather front coming through, you can feel it, Rob, the change in the weather.
I'm not sure it's going to tonight.
Yeah, maybe might stay up. The drying air coming in. Feels beautiful, by the way.
Much nicer than it's been with the humidity the last few days.
Yeah.
Again, won't complain for any heat or humidity doing soccer games, especially as we have here under the canopy in Auburn, because we know that in a couple of weeks, any thoughts of anything in the 70s will be a distant memory. That's popped out by Sean Bellner. Bellner played for the Skowhegan Riverhawks.
Yeah, so far so good. What are we, a couple of weeks into the season here, Robin? The weather's been beautiful for all the games that we've done here.
Don't think we've had a drop of rain for any of our broadcasts.
Baseball's been good. Softball coming up.
Ivan Dominguez. Stolen away by DeRogi. Given right back to Isidoro Dominguez. Bruno. Kept the ball in play. Wilson knocked that high. Kasaka again. Tried to split the defense. Got tackled. Tangled up a little bit with Zubair Abdullahi. And Abdullahi called for the foul. Not a bad foul, though, given the acceleration. Kasaka gets up to speed really quickly and only had 2 men to beat. May have been a chance for him to split those defenders, but I think the free kick right on the midfield stripe is not a bad alternative for the Mustangs.
Good clean play so far, though, Rob. No chippiness whatsoever. So we're playing good clean soccer tonight, which is a good sign.
It's over Arsenault's head. He saved it in bounds, though, but kicked that behind the goal line for a goal kick for Central Maine. Minute number 18. Neither team has gone to its bench at this point for subs. You'd think that's going to change the next 5 or 10 minutes, though. Dominguez played that back. Lumu again. Igor Dominguez. Good strong tackle by DeRogi. Played that back to Reed Garber. Kasaka. Dropped off to David Wilson. Wilson from DeRogi, the give and go back. DeRogi again. Outside, Caleb Arsenault. Arsenault, the cross, way too close to the keeper, Nagasazi. He'll grab that every time.
Let our fans know at home we're in that tweener time that it's really hard to get the picture right. We're better off to get dark and get the lights on. We'll give you a better picture then. I think we got it coming up now a little bit better.
Sasha Bruno had a little space there, calling out some instructions.
I'd say right there, Zach.
Play that into the area, and Reed Garber makes short work of that. Played it back to the keeper. That's what the Central Maine bench is up about. And the referee didn't think so or didn't see it, one or the other. Andrew Pike continues business as usual.
Southern Maine with 4 subs waiting to come in, Rob.
I got a whole crowd lined up by the camera. We'll let you know who's going in a moment. William Perry's over there. Josh Fadden as well. Look at the other 2 numbers once they take the pennies off. I can see them better. Arsenault. Down on the pitch. Play on, the referee says, is Daoud tackled. Daoud. Squared that across to Youssef. Youssef tackled from behind. Giovanni Lopez came out of nowhere to make the claim. Foul called on Bruno that time. A free kick to the Seawolves. Youssef over there. Isidoro Dominguez. Ivan Dominguez. Igor with it here. They try to play the 1-2. Igor's sent out wide. Dominguez still with it. Got by his marker into the area. Dominguez a shot, trying to sneak it by the near post, and Andrew Pike reacted very well to make that save.
That's save of the night right there by Pike. That near post was open.
It looked like he was cheating to the far post, but he came back very quickly to keep that away. That's blasted out. Shahini Kyle coming in now. Romano Bassa for Central Maine. Sonny Dabika, Israel Perez, Josh Fadden, and William Perry. They're in the game now for the Seawolves. So 6 new players coming in right about the 21st minute. Abdur-Rakib Youssef is all set for the throw-in. Down by that corner flag. Bruno's moved over to the near side once again. He's playing the left wing. Lumu trying to shield away Josh Fadden, who just came in. Fadden fooled by the back heel, but he had some backup from Dabika. Now it's William Perry. Perry couldn't get by Isidoro Dominguez. And foul called on the Mustang player. Dominguez wants an explanation. Not sure he liked it, but he got one. And a free kick where the referee is standing. Good opportunity now for the Seawolves. You could potentially shoot in this situation. More often you see a ball aimed into the area for a teammate to try to get in the other end. Laszlo Dorogi will have the opportunity here. Dorogi waiting, he's ready. It is a set piece into the area, headed right back out. Flags up, that's... Oh, blow the play dead, but it didn't. Must have been a player offside. It was never in the play, so referee didn't blow the whistle on it. Youssef. There's Bassa over there. Bassa had a couple of goals in the 6-1 win over Northern Essex. Came awful close to a hat trick, in fact. Ekal played that to Bruno. Bruno, back to Bassa. Abdur-Rakib Youssef. The cross behind the crossbar. He was in a little too deep to make that attempt, and it's a goal kick. As a little more than halfway through this first half. Couple of opportunities, but a very evenly played game between these two in-state rivals. Andrew Pike's made the best save of the game so far. Bruno, bump that back to Daoud. Isidoro Dominguez. Played into space. Crossed into the area, chested down, maybe still dangerous for Bruno, and an alert play by Reed Garber just to play that over the goal line and concede the corner. Second corner now for Central Maine, both teams with 2 corners. Abdi Fattah Youssef standing over the ball, he'll take the kick. Good corner. Lumo again rose to head it. Just headed it wrong side of the frame. There's a dangerous bounce here as that's headed ahead, and Atwood got tangled with Josh Fadden. Fadden wanted the call, as did the Southern Maine bench. Waiting to see if a call was made, but play continued. Josh Fadden was in a very dangerous spot as he had only one man to beat. There's a call that'll give a free kick to the Seawolves. Had that been a foul on Atwood, it might have been a more serious problem than usual. The referee might have to take a look and see if he was the last offender there. I don't think that would have been ruled a professional foul regardless, even if it was not a clean tackle. But something to worry about, too, in a situation like that is that oftentimes it results in a red card. This just results in a corner. Number 3 for Southern Maine. It's Derogi again. Kasaka, who took the corner from that side last time, has been replaced. Good corner, knocked away. Lumu got on that. That got over Nagasaza's head. There's a shot that rolls in on the keeper. Nagasaza picks that up with no problem. Central Maine trying to come back, set up the offense. Ekal turned that outside. Lumu over the top. Not over the defender, Ethan Nedler. He kept that away from Bassa. Now they'll play a long ball again, but Lumu hops in the way to head it away. Ball played into space, but all the way into the area deeply toward Nagasaza, so he just picked that one up. 26th minute here, first half. Almost given away to Josh Fadden. Kind of a lackadaisical pass. Tabika. Fadden. Handball called. I think just outside the area. But a dangerous spot. It is just outside that yellow line. It's hard to tell from our vantage point here when it's that close to the line whether the player was inside or outside. The referee didn't make a point right away, which maybe led me to believe that it was probably outside. And now we know for sure as Derogi sets that up. It's a direct free kick. You see the players overloading that left side. There's 6 different Seawolves over there. Derogi taking the kick. Of course, he could shoot from here too if he wanted to. Derogi tried to team up with Israel Perez. That header would have been a tough one to make contact with by Perez, as that was moving so quickly off Derogi's foot, but he was close to it. Ibrahim Dubai, number 4, checking in now. I think he's giving Moses Lumu a break. And it is indeed Lumu who comes off. Played back. Ibrahim Dubai again. Dubai into some pressure from Josh Fadden. Very casually played that away, but it worked out well. Isidoro Dominguez played that ahead. Ekal was looking for Abdi Fattah Youssef. Now Isidoro. That got caught up in the wind, but did make it all the way through to Bassa. Abdi Rakib Youssef on the overlap. It's Daoud instead. Daoud looking for some options. Isidoro with that here. Towed into the area. Abdi Rakib Youssef runs it down. Bassa again. Left footer into the area. That's driven out, only as far as Derogi, but Derogi did the rest. And now it's punted away by Reed Garber. Zubair Abdullah, he had it for a moment, played back. Jacob Atwood is there, but Mavula went right through him. And Mavula played that into space. Here comes the keeper. Nagasaza got shielded off. And it looks like they blew the whistle on that? Couldn't hear if it was a whistle or not after the contact because could have been a noise down by that Southern Maine bench. They were cheering on the play, but I think there was a foul called in that contact.
Zach probably turned the neutral density filter off. We're probably all right without it on if it's off. Okay.
No whistle, just a throw-in. So the whole play was fine. Collision was incidental. Didn't think there was much there.
It didn't really affect the play either, Rob. So
sometimes with a keeper, when they go down, you see the whistle called because the referees have an instinct to kind of protect the keeper, but I didn't think there was much wrong with that challenge. It was well played by Reed Garber. Only as far, though, as Abdi-Rakib Youssef. Played that off his defender, Dabika, and it's a throw-in for Central Maine. Intercepted, though, by Derogi. Fadden. Opportunity here for Perry, perhaps. Played out wide. A corner conceded. Shaheen Kal played that out. Corner number 4 for Southern Maine. And Dylan Wanth will come in now. Wanth didn't play on Saturday against CCRI. He did get into the exhibition game against Bridgeton Academy, though, and the senior from Wisdom, Maine. Or Wisdom High School, rather. St. Agat, Maine. Traveled a pretty good piece to get down to Southern Maine to play for these Seawolves.
Absolutely. That's a trip. That's a day trip. For sure.
A corner into the area. Players shout for handball. Referee not moved. Most of the shouts were coming from Mustangs players who felt that Southern Maine had handled the ball. Josh Fadden did not get by the defender. Dubai pops that out into touch. Quick throw in. Shaheen Kal. Good tussle with Derogi. Derogi won that, but played that to nobody in particular. Knocked down by Nedler, number 18. Southern Maine resets, Reed Garber. Topeka couldn't bring that down. It's a throw-in for Central Maine. Good look at Abdi-Rakib Youssef as he makes the throw. Abdi Fattah Youssef. Ikal. Switch to the right foot. How many fouls in this game? Not a ton of shots on goals. 4 corners for Southern Maine, 2 for Central Maine. That's really the only stat that kind of stands out at all is that they've had more corners, Southern Maine has. But nothing between these two teams at all, not yet. Daoud. Bruno had to play that down as that was drilled right at him, but he did so. Sasha Bruno. Abdi-Rakib Youssef. Youssef in the area, headed just wide. Isidoro Dominguez was there, but couldn't put it on target. Isidoro had an assist in the 6-1 win over Northern Essex. Was looking for his first goal of the season. Had the opportunity.
Yeah, had that corner actually, and it just spun off.
So each team has had some decent chances. But so far, nothing to show for it. Flag stays down for Josh Fadden. Nope, up it comes now. Referee waited, took a long look, and threw up the flag for the offside.
Had a little blip there, lost our image here for a couple of seconds. Everything's good to go now.
Isidoro played that out wide. Isidoro Dominguez down the sideline. Maybe something on here now for the Mustangs. Bassa on that right flank. Into the area toward Bruno. Got through 2 players, but belted away. Bassa with it again. Youssef in the area if he can find him. Played that across the 18, headed away. And now it's Southern Maine in possession, William Perry.
Cut across, Josh, cut across.
Played back to Perez. Intercepted here by Shahini Kyle. Let's see if the Mustangs can take advantage of the miscue. Youssef. Spooned ahead. Youssef in front. No one there to put a foot on that. Both Youssefs teaming up. Abdurraqib to Abdi Fatah. And the cross. No one there in the other end. Another good-looking opportunity, but still scoreless. Abdi Fatah Youssef turns, shoots, just wide.
A collective groan.
When he turned and fired that, you would have bet he'd score. Didn't miss that left post by all that much. Andrew Pike didn't have to deal with the shot. I'm sure he was happy about that. Mikal had that off the toe. Garber sends it down the sideline. Dubai is the first one there for Central Maine. Isidoro Dominguez. Daoud, watched by Dabika. Daoud splits the defense. Going to get by 3 defenders. He does. But he won't get by a 4th as that's cleared back out. Deflected ahead. The race is on between Fadden and Atwood. Atwood wins, conceding the throw. Dabika wants to take this quickly and does. Inbound to Derogi. Derogi switches the field. Wanth did well to bring that ball down and keep it in play. David Wilson lost it. The Seawolves are set right by that midfield stripe. Into the 31st minute, 30 played here in the first half. A little miscommunication. Perez played that back. Now back at midfield. Played down toward that goal line, and William Perry saves it for the Seawolves. Wilson. Into the area, maybe a chance for Derogi here. He hit the post, the rebound saved. Derogi hit the upright. The second chance for Sonny Dabika. The Mustangs dodge a huge bullet, and we stay scoreless. Getting closer and closer and closer to a goal, but still nothing. Daoud the tackle, knocked off balance, regains the ball. Got a pretty good look at a couple of subs about to come in. Igor Dominguez about to return, and Abdirahman Farah will head into the contest. The next chance Central Maine gets. Dubai. Abdirraqib Youssef. Played to space. Bruno shows up, takes possession. Needs some options, though. Tried to ball handle through and was unable to get past Israel Perez. Perez still with it. Outside to William Perry. Perry turned back inside. And they were set once again. Oh, we get our subs now. Now we do. So the ball is out into touch, or we should anyway. We'll take a look at that series as Laszlo Derogi. That's number 10, lets this fly. Great shot. And there's the putback, too close to the keeper as you watch Dabika. Really had to lunge for that. If that had set better for him, he's got a tap in, but he had to lunge as the ball was up high and put it too close to Nagasaza. Well, that's as close as we have come. Derogi smacking one off the upright. Wolves on the throw to Josh Fadden. The 18 sails through just about everybody. Not everybody, though, as that was kicked ahead by Ikal. Out by the touch line, flags up. It's a throw-in for Central Maine. Youssef. Maybe the winning race here by Igor Dominguez. Dominguez into the area, shoots. What a save by Pike. He got the hand on it to keep that out. Chances at both ends. Both teams looked like they had scored, but we still stay scoreless. Andrew Pike, the freshman, his best save yet. Dominguez looked like he had another one. Got one in the win over Northern Essex, and it looked like he'd have one here. Bassa challenging Bellner. 39th minute. And chances coming fast and furiously. And that's out into touch. Let's watch Dominguez here in this opportunity. As he got the turn, got the shot, and there's Pike scrambling for his life and just got enough to keep that out of the goal and push it past the upright. Free kick now for the Seawolves. Caleb Arsenal back in. I think William Perry might have gotten shaken up a little bit. That's the reason for the substitution. One of the trainers is out talking to him. Sean Bellner is ready to put the ball back in play and get the clock restarted. Stop right now with 6:20 remaining. Mounted high near side. Dabika's here. Played back to Reed Garber. Dabika once again. Trying to play the 1-2 with the return pass, and Perez was behind him. Throw in for the Mustangs. Youssef. Play it ahead again. Igor Dominguez. First on the ball once again. Igor in, shoots, not denied that time. Nothing at all Pike could do. Dominguez has the Mustangs up 1-0. Igor Dominguez, as I mentioned, scored the win over Northern Essex, has his second goal of the season. And that one comes in the 40th minute. Well, watch the pass from Youssef. That's what starts this whole play. As Youssef plays that down the sideline, and Igor Dominguez does the rest. Watch him maneuver and turn it back to his left foot. And this one's picture perfect. Inside that post. Didn't slip it quite as tightly on the post as I thought, but he had beaten Pike, who was coming out to challenge. And the first goal took 40 minutes, but the Mustangs draw first blood. Chance on the return, but that ends up in the back of the net and a goal kick. Igor Dominguez from Youssef. And the 1-0 lead. There have been too many chances lately to really think that this game was going to go into the halftime goalless. It's just a matter of who might get one. Stopped by Nedler. Farah tried to play that outside. Bassa was out there. The pass was deflected. Headed high by Jacob Atwood. Abdullahi watching Josh Fadden, shielding Fadden with his body. To watch out for that goal line, however, as both players take a tumble. Referee says nothing wrong with that challenge. Let's keep playing. Caleb Arsenal. That'll roll in toward the keeper. Nagasaza will have no problem with that. Nagasaza decides he's going to boot this instead. Has got it up in the wind. The wind might be blowing back toward the central main goal at this point. It looked like that ball just stopped when it got high up in the air. And battle over on that far flank. Caleb Arsenal now plays it back to reset. Moses Lumu's walking over here. He's going to pop back in the game. Next chance he gets. In the last 4 minutes of this half. Abdi Fattah Youssef. Youssef, badgered by Perez. Has a man behind him in Farah if he wants him. Held it too long, however, and that allows the Seawolves to take over. And a foul called on Isidoro Dominguez. And Dominguez might get a caution or a talking to here. One or the other. Just a lecture for now. Josh Fadden settled that well. His pass, though, intercepted by Abdi-Rakib Youssef. Abdullahi to Isidoro Dominguez. Dominguez outside. Youssef. Igor Dominguez, the goal scorer. Played to space. Bassa, who's got great speed. Bassa knocked to the turf. Referee says play on. It's a throw in for the Mustangs. I'll get a couple subs in. Giovanni Lopez will head back in as well. Referee can't hear the sub call. Now he does. More and more fans here now. They're making some noise, both up on the hill and down behind the benches.
Yep, nice crowd filtered in here tonight.
You knew you'd get one in a game between these two rivals. They have been treated to a very entertaining first 42 and a half minutes. Just the one goal, Igor Dominguez, his second of the season. That's all for now. Punted toward goal, and Andrew Pike lets everyone know that's his ball.
Yeah, don't forget the Drogi hitting the post there. We'd be notched at one. Goalie's best friend, as they say, cliche-wise.
Fadden's played this very well. He's behind the defense. His shot deflected, though, off Moses Lumu, who got back in the action. It's a corner now for Southern Maine. Kasaka will come back in, and Erickson Shea will join him.
Yeah, Lumu did a good job not quitting on the play, Rob. Ran it down.
And did well not to follow the Seawolf player as well. Gio Lopez over to take that corner. He hustled over to take it with just a minute 40 remaining in the half.
Yeah, we're right on the clock too, Rob.
Corner cleared immediately. Igor Dominguez settles. He's by himself for now. Doesn't seem daunted by that one bit, though. Passed outside. Romano Bassa. Bassa holding, watching. Igor Dominguez again into the area. May have some help there. With a turn made, as was the defensive play. Very well done by Ethan Nedler. Played long ahead. Lumu made sure that didn't get all the way through to Kasaka. Now it's Youssef. Ekal. Under a minute to go. 45th minute here in the half. Ekal made a nice move, but well, he didn't get much separation as he went back outside. And that shot from Abdi Fattah Youssef sliced that off his foot a little bit. He's out for the goal kick with 40 seconds to go in the half. Maybe one more opportunity. Although Pike's going to have to hurry if he's going to get one with just 30 seconds to go. Good boot down by the midfield stripe. Kasaka. Played to Shea. Shea had it broken up by Jacob Atwood. Now stolen away by Abdirahman Farah. Farah with 13 seconds to go. Almost gave that away. Youssef sprinting for it. Can't quite get it. It's a throw-in. There won't be enough time to set anything up here in the Hornell Sounds. A very entertaining 45 minutes here in Auburn between Central Maine and Southern Maine. And got some discussions going on at the end of that. And let's see how we sort this out as Ryan Dewar trying to get his players back. Not sure anything comes from this at all. They're just going to separate the players and head to halftime. And both teams kind of having a complaint about the others. It's like the old Spider-Man meme, just pointing at each other. And the referee saying, head to your benches, guys. We'll see you in the second half. 45 minutes played, a 1-0 lead. The only goal, Igor Dominguez in the 40th minute, has Central Maine on top, 1-0 at the half on Munzing Media.
Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution. Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan for you.
Same thing as always.
That's the front of the net.
Little things to make you what you are.
0, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Sit right here.
The New England Aviation Academy is Maine's only official service training center and service training partner. NEAA is strategically located at the Brunswick Executive Airport in beautiful Brunswick, Maine, which is on the Atlantic coast and only an hour to the mountains in the western part of the state. The aircraft used by NEAA to train our students and rent to current pilots are all technically advanced airplanes, have the Cirrus airframe parachute system, and are the newest model generation. We train in the best equipment in the marketplace, which not only ensures clients are learning to fly aircraft the industry is utilizing on a daily basis, but also is the safest and most reliable. NEAA's facility at KBXM includes a spacious heated hangar, classroom space, and a private briefing room, which make for an optimal learning experience. So, come fly our 2021 Cirrus SR20 and experience the Cirrus life.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job and not having the coverage that they need because their healthcare just didn't cover it.
I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to come into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munson Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munson Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
Forensics has grown so much, and it's very beneficial to the criminal justice system. I was always one of those kids that watched Forensic Files. That was something I loved. Just a science person all around, I always have been. The instructors are some of the top forensic experts in Maine. They really know what they're talking about. They've been there, done that. CMCC is very lucky to have people like this. I'm in Intro to Criminal Justice and Criminal Law and Report Writing. It's a lot of the baseline of things I have to be knowledgeable about. I want to do crime scene photography. The forensic science program is preparing me to start thinking like what's important here, what do I need to look for like right off the bat. You never know what you're going to find.
When I walked through these doors, I was just blown away.
This is insane. It just caught my attention immediately.
This is the first place that I've seen like this decked out. It's pretty sweet.
This is a grand opening for our esports arena. We're talking 1,600 square feet of pure technology.
Like, I'm shaking being here. It's so cool.
There's nothing like it in Maine. We're ahead of the curve here.
It's definitely a big market, something you can make a living on.
I've always had an interest in esports.
So we're treating it like an extension of our athletic program. And then in addition to that, we're starting an esports management degree program.
It's just a different community for me to be a part of.
It really just helps me just be myself. It's just really fun.
This will bring students together. That's what's happening, and that's what esports is.
To me, it's beautiful, and I want to live here.
I'm retired United States Army Staff Sergeant Travis Mills, formerly of the 82nd Airborne Division. In 2012, I was injured in Afghanistan due to a roadside bomb. It took portions of both arms and both legs, and through Walter Reed and 19 months of intense recovery, I was able to build myself back up, learn how to walk again, drive again, and take care of my young family. Since then, I have decided to be on the road speaking as a motivational speaker.
Life is all about perspective, all right? So for me, it's real easy. I gave a lot, but I didn't give everything. When I think about my situation, I'm lucky to be here.
When I was on the road speaking, I was hired by CBU Benefits. Ray Valley and Brian Heath brought me in to speak at one of their forums.
After hearing Travis's story, I was compelled to move forward with our relationship. We specialize in reaching out to employees and employers, explaining to them the value of supplemental health coverage. Accidents, cancer, critical illness, disability, and sometimes even death are events that happened in our lifetime.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job and not having the coverage that they need because their healthcare just didn't cover it. After talking with Ray and Brian, telling them how much I really appreciate what they're doing, they decided that it would be just an awesome partnership if I became part of the team, not just as a spokesperson, but as an actual partner in the company. I have a message for everybody about supplemental benefits because I feel like everybody should be protected from life's unexpected events.
Accidents do happen. I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to come into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
Helping people is kind of ingrained into me. I am so glad that I chose to be here. It's a really great program.
Primary dental in the heart.
The instructors are super helpful.
They really do set you up to be successful in the field.
The new hospital simulation lab here at CMCC is a great addition.
It's as close to replicating real life as you can get.
We did an IV lab.
With a mannequin, it's nice to get your toes wet before you jump into a clinical setting.
Deep breath.
CMCC is the best place to start nursing. It's challenging, but you are learning.
You have a smaller size classroom, smaller ratio to instructors.
It's affordable.
It really provided me relief that I'm not going to accrue a lot of debt.
I needed to set myself and my family up for success after.
I'm going to come out of this able to actually practice as an RN in the real field. It's a wonderful opportunity.
Hey everyone, Travis Mills, partner at CBU Benefits, coming to you today To explain a little bit more about the packages that we offer, today I have Alex, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to cover critical illness, why it's so important for you to have it, what it means, and we're going to find a way to get you covered through CBU benefits.
So one of our more innovative products that we have is our critical illness policy.
Technical fixes on the fly.
Here we go. We welcome everybody back here to halftime. About 4 minutes left here in the half. A pretty even half, as Rob Kennedy told you during the course of play. And not much separating these two teams. A goalpost separates us from a tie game as DeRogie hit the goalpost on a great opportunity. The Mustangs got the only win. We had some good chances early on, Rob.
I was going to say, you didn't mention the near misses, too, if we had a way to count all those.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have a 3-2 matchup right now. Instead, it's 1-0. So chances were there. The goals weren't always. And we can show you some of the highlights of that first half and some of those chances.
Here's a good chance early on.
Great opportunity this time for the Mustangs as this shot just goes wide. As playing that to that left foot, and watch this shot just miss that far post. Close, but still 0-0 at the time. The first half was full of chances like that, actually. We had a few near misses like that, and some at the other end as well. Southern Maine had opportunities. You'll see this one, too. It's DeRogie. He came as close as anyone did as he smacks that off the upright, and it just took a high hop on Sonny DeBica, which is why his touch on the ball didn't get the velocity he wanted, and Naiga Saz, the Central Maine keeper, able to come and pluck it out of the air. And then we had the goal. It was right after Igor Dominguez was denied a first time. This time, though, a tremendous pass will spring him into space, and Igor is going to do the rest. He's had the hot foot after scoring in the last contest, and watch what he does here. Going right and then just pulling it left. Pike, the keeper, comes out, and Dominguez just beats him to that far post. Second goal in 2 games, second goal of the season for Igor. He scored in both his varsity real competitions. He's played a couple of exhibition friendlies as well, but in both games it's counted, he has scored goals, and he's the reason why Central Maine has the 1-0 lead here at halftime. Shots were pretty even. Corners actually were in Southern Maine's favor, 5-2 overall. So our next game, we've got some baseball coming up, as you see.
Yeah, it'll be Quincy College will be in here on Saturday, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, as they will take on your Mustangs. That's a graphic mistake on my part, Northern Vermont Johnson. That was from the last preview that we did, and I didn't erase it. I just put the Quincy College in there. And then on Sunday we'll have more baseball action as well, as NHTI will be in for a doubleheader. And there was a little different times on that one, Patrick. What do you got? 12 and 2 now. Yeah, it said 1 and 3, but we're now 12 and 2. So those will be our next games here for you as we continue to bring you the great action down here from Central Maine Community College. Remember, if it's on the field, in the gym, down the street at the Norway Savings Bank Arena, it'll be on Munzing Media as we'll bring you every single contest here. And you can see the difference here when we get to the second half of action. Just a beautiful evening. Now the lights are fully functional. The picture looks beautiful, and we struggle back and forth with that desk picture there for a little bit of time. But when we get to the second half, it is absolutely beautiful. And thank you for tuning in and watching. Some of the students watching over in the dorms. It looks like here. I see Zach Mann's in the house watching on the stream. So, did Zach? Was it Zach just had the birthday? Zach Mann? Or I saw something on the Facebook page on Zach. I think it may have been Zach's birthday. So, happy birthday to Zach. Lots of rival action as we recap the last couple of games on Saturday. The volleyball team, the Mustangs, beat the Seawolves in action in Kirk Hall. Last night, the Seawolves got the better of the Mustangs on the baseball field in a 9-inning game. Went 8 innings, as it was called due to the run rule. And who knows how tonight will turn out. But right now, the Mustangs 1-0.
You also mentioned NHTI. That's the next home game opponent for the Mustangs men's soccer team. They'll take them on Wednesday next week at 4 o'clock, so no worries about the lights for that contest.
No, to be in the total brightness there, and that'll be a 4 o'clock start. So always, if it's the place to check the schedule, of course, is on the Mustangs schedule page.
Yeah, cmmustangs.com will get you all the athletic events.
And all the updates, too, Rob. That's the important thing, because sometimes things change.
Yep, they do.
you know, as it happened last night, we started the baseball game an hour late because of transportation problems.
Yeah,
some of those issues are still rearing their heads, and so you have to be aware that things could be changeable. So if you come on, look for a particular game, go right to that CM Mustangs website. Everything, stats, rosters, everything is good to go.
Mustangs on the road this weekend. They will head down to Massachusetts. On Saturday, they'll play Massasoit Community College at 1 o'clock. And they'll keep heading west all the way across the Mass Pike to Albany, New York. A 3 p.m. tilt with Albany College of Pharmacy on Sunday. Southern Maine's in Vermont on Saturday. They're taking on Vermont Tech, and then they'll be back home on the 24th against Albany College of Pharmacy. We'll switch ends. The Mustangs attacking from left to right here in the second half, still wearing those home reds. The road darks, road blues by Southern Maine Community College. They'll go from right to left. No changes between the sticks. Both keepers still the same. Bassa brought that down toward Isidoro Dominguez. Instead, it's Casasa instead. Lopez. Early opportunity for the Seawolves, but that's high and wide and a goal kick for the Mustangs. You get the feeling this game ends 1-0?
No.
I don't either.
No.
I don't either.
And don't forget, as we learned live and on the air the other night, there'll be no overtime.
Right.
No overtime.
I love that rule, actually, for regular season.
That's because you're going to be up for homeroom tomorrow
That's
morning.
a big part of it. Well, with the 6 o'clock start, it's not so bad. It's those 8 o'clock games that go into overtime that can be a little bit challenging as far as the time that I get home.
I remember when I was still teaching Rob doing basketball games 6 and 8 and get home about 11 o'clock. Wow.
Found out on at Bates Monday night, the second part of that rule change. In overtime, it's no longer golden goal. They will play the full 20 minutes of overtime even if someone does score early on. So it's kind of gone to the
I like that
FIFA rule that they'll play the two halves fully regardless of who scores. So if a team does get the opportunity and score, you can equalize, even maybe go ahead if you have enough time.
I like it.
I do too. Bassa. Lumu played that ahead. Now it's Isidoro Dominguez.
We don't pay extra for overtime.
That's true, we don't. Zubair Abdullahi. I'll keep in mind of that when I send the invoice.
Yeah.
Youssef. That's Abdi Fattah Youssef. Pass toward Bassa from Abdullahi, intercepted. Now it's Erickson Shea. Gave that right away, however. Youssef handed it right back. Now it's David Wilson. Kasaka and Dorogi. They were the two, in my opinion, most dangerous players offensively. I was very impressed by Kasaka before he came out, and then Dorogi slammed that shot off the upright, as you saw. That's played back, and Sean Bellner will set that up. Bellner's pass, he was looking for Kasaka and wanted better from that. He's a little upset with himself. Daoud. Youssef trying to play that long toward Igor Dominguez again. It bounced the wrong way, but he picked it up anyway. Dominguez threw to Bassa. He's in the area. Bassa couldn't get the turn. That was knocked away. Zuzi Mavula made that defensive play, and it was a strong one. Youssef fakes the shot. Igor Dominguez right in the edge of the area. Igor turns, shoots, blocked nicely by David Wilson. Isidoro Dominguez popped it up high. And he'll run out of space over there on the goal line. It's a goal kick to Andrew Pike, the keeper for the Seawolves.
Mustangs moving the ball well on their side of the 50 here in the offensive zone here in the second half. A lot of short, crisp passing.
Pike, the Berwick, Maine native. Gives the ball a bit of a ride. It's played down by Abdi Fattah Youssef, though, number 22. Once again, it's the Seawolves in control. Laszlo Dorogi. Ball's intercepted. Youssef once again. His pass to Romano Bassa. Mavula's closed down on him. Bassa got by him. Mavula in hot pursuit. Daoud. He'll try the 1-2. Bassa tried to roll that across. Well defended by David Wilson. But Bassa has it again. The back heel just a bit behind Abdullahi. He had the right idea to pick out Zubair. Now a trip called against the Mustangs. That was after Sean Bellner kept the ball alive and actually made a very good steal over there by the touchline. Free kick to Southern Maine. Bellner played that ahead directly on Mavula's foot. His pass too far. Abdullahi almost ran that down. They'll play it back to Bassa on that right wing. Mavula there to defend. Kept in by Youssef. He had it stolen away by Derogi. Derogi right in that midfield stripe, held up. Played it square. Gio Lopez over that right wing flank. Rolled down to Shea again. Shea on the goal line. Toward the goal, and in the end, no problem from Nyagasauga, the Mustangs keeper. Nyagasauga made 4 saves in the victory over Northern Essex. Got plenty of help from his team. He's gotten some support tonight. The one goal from Igor Dominguez. Kasaka, an electrifying player. And a nifty pass to David Wilson.
Yeah, I was surprised to see him come out for that stretch of time. He came out in the first half for him.
Yeah, probably about 15 minutes left or so. He sat down, got a rest, and I'd be surprised if the game stays this way if he spends much time on the bench in the second half. That said, the players that came in for him, Fadden and Perry, both kind of moved up to that offensive spot a bit. Both did very well. But just the speed and the electricity Kasaka has. Fun to watch. As is this man, Bassa, who's onside. Romano Bassa squared. Shot, deflected. Igor Dominguez trying to set that up once again. Battling and won't get the shot away. Too many defenders there. Isidoro Dominguez called for the foul. It's a free kick to the Seawolves. Giovanni Lopez potentially begging for a card here, and Isidoro Dominguez over there to kind of monitor that conversation. Daoud got a toe on that. Maybe a chance here, though, for the Seawolves. The flag's up. And the offside called. Gio Lopez just a little bit behind the defenders. Let's say one thing, though. The referees should certainly keep an eye on this game, as there was a bit of a flashpoint right at halftime as the players gathered over in front of the Southern Maine bench area.
Well, good time for it if you're going to have it, because you get time for cooler heads to prevail.
But sometimes, though, it doesn't take all that long to flash it up again, though. Brian Dewar heading out. Looks like they're taking a look at Gio Lopez, who was the one who went down under pressure after that offside. It was Moses Lumu who was there defending. They got their feet tangled, and that's what sent Lopez down. Lopez, a freshman from Casco, Maine. Lake Region High School, I believe. That's where he played his high school ball. So the only goal came in the 40th minute. Igor Dominguez is second of the season, second in 2 games. That's been it.
Give us a chance to put our graphic up for our next game. Saturday baseball. Quincy College is in here, 1 and 3 o'clock. Quincy coming up from the South Shore, Massachusetts, from Quincy, Mass. They were a new program last year. We saw them come up and play us both last fall and last spring. So they will be a non-league game for us. But they're a good opponent. Well coached. Quality coach and Coach Dolan down there.
Lopez is holding his left shoulder. He's been replaced by Israel Perez. Perez, a sophomore from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic.
I made our scoreboard a little smaller because I thought it was taking up too much space. Let me know at home that it's big enough for you to see.
Igor Dominguez trying to fend off to Rogi. Shaheen Ekal trying to run this down before it goes out over that goal line. Now it's out into touch. Ekal was the last to get a foot on that. To throw in for Mavula and the Seawolves. Hoofed ahead, Lumu. Volleyed that toward Isidoro Dominguez. Youssef. Isidoro again. Played toward Igor, was headed there by Daoud. Israel Perez just in the contest. Tarogi knocked that down. Trying to play that ahead towards Kasaka. Didn't quite get there.
Alberto, I'd like to see you stay as high up as you can.
Arsenault. Toward Tarogi in a battle of tens with Daoud. Tarogi went down under pressure. There's a foul called on the Mustangs captain and a free kick for the Seawolves. That's a good free kick. They took that quickly. Just bounced up a little too high. And take it quickly, you try to send Kasaka off to the races. That almost succeeded. Mavula. Sean Billner. Mustangs back with it again. Isidoro played that back. This might be trouble, though. The Lumu relieves the pressure. And a foul called. The flag's up on the far side. And that sliding challenge, Erickson Shea, is about to be assessed a yellow card. So Shea, the first booking of this match. Just came in a little bit too late on Lumu, the defender. And that's what got the card. So a caution for Shea. As I mentioned, the first player into the referee's book, the only player in the referee's book in this contest so far.
Yeah, spirited play, but not chippy.
So was it yellow in the first half? Didn't see that one.
I didn't see the yellow.
Youssef got one.
Okay.
Was that the end of the first half? So that little scrum at the end of the first half.
Yeah,
they
we were blocked out, Rob.
Abdurraqib Youssef, so we didn't see that. Okay. And also, they got to Beak at the same time, so didn't see any cards produced during that fracas, but again, we're kind of blocked by that. Not surprised to hear that there were two, though. So 3 in the book now. Shea, Tabika for the Seawolves, and Abdurraqib Youssef as a yellow card for the Mustangs. Again, the 2 of those were matching yellow cards right at the end of the half after there was a gathering in front of the Southern Maine bench.
Yeah, that was a false start on that. We'll have a do-over.
So they have to take Abdirahman Farah off briefly. He'll come over and sub in the next opportunity.
Coach, your left back came off the field. He can go back on. Your left back. He's pretty short. He has to stand on the field. Yes. Yeah, unless he's injured. No. He's injured.
So Jacob Atwoods was off. He's back on, and now we've got that sorted out. And go back to open play. Youssef. Abdullahi. Shea forced that turnover with his hustle. That's David Wilson. Played back. Tarogi arrives. He's got it now. Tarogi played out wide. Erickson Shea on the foot race. He'll lose that. And the keeper, Nagasaga, just let that go out of play anyway for the goal kick. And now Abdirahman Farah can come in. It looks like Farah will take Jacob Atwood's spot. So Atwood was off briefly, came back on, and now replaced. Nagasaza with a goal kick. Played short to Lumu. Given away, however, right to Tarogi. Tarogi, nifty footwork. Played toward Kasaka. Kasaka by that touch line. Let's see what he'll do. Kasaka turning on the Jets. But he ran out of field. It's a goal kick. Was well defended by Zubair Abdullahi, too. Stuck with him and really kind of forced him out of bounds. Almost herded him out there like a sheepdog. Kasaka really wanted to turn that corner, and Abdullahi wouldn't allow it. Southern Maine's got the Mustangs hemmed in their back third for a bit, but now they come out. Farah. Played across the field. Youssef gave it right back to him. Abdurraqib Youssef with it, now number 26. Abdurrahman Daoud as a man in pursuit. Played the ball in front, absorbs the pressure from Erickson Shea. That's a good ball up into the open field and a shot just across the frame of goal. I didn't have to look to the number to see who that was, and it was Romano Bassa just by the way he caught up to that ball and let the shot go without really much room to do so. See the defender right there with him the whole time. Can't fault Reed Garber on the defense. He was right there. But Bassa can get those opportunities, and he can turn nothing into something awfully quickly.
Yeah, innocent looking play through midfield.
It's that speed. Speaking of speed, Kasaka had it for a second. Now it's Mavula. That's a throw in for Central Maine. Abdullahi will take it. Abdi Fattah Youssef. Kind of sliced that a bit and almost bounced in the path of Igor Dominguez, but alert goalkeeping by Pike to come out and play. Chested down by Abdurrahman Daoud. And played right over here, a throw-in.
High school game here tomorrow as the rivals are here. Lewiston and Edward Little will play their high school game here tomorrow.
We'll have to come down and see that game.
What time's that game tomorrow, Patrick, here?
6, I'm guessing.
We think it's probably an evening game. You would think they would play under the lights.
I mean, a big crowd here, you would think, as that's into the area. Settled down perhaps by Farah, but he really couldn't settle it. Had to volley it, and that's why it popped over the crossbar.
Yeah, that one kind of went up the chimney.
Those are the difficult ones when it's one, bouncing straight up, knocked it off your knee, and two, you've got two defenders really restricting where you can put the ball in the first place. Zuzi Mavula. Brought down by Dominguez. He's got the lone goal in this game. David Wilson with plenty of time to clear it away. Arsenault hoofs it high. Erickson Shea now with it. Shea. Can't get that by Lumu, who heads it out. Another opportunity, though, for the Seawolves. They square it back to Dorogi. Down into the corner where Shea was lurking. Played back to Caleb Arsenault again. Perez back to Arsenault. There's Perez. Kind of slipped a bit as you saw on that shot. Arsenault again. Over Dorogi's head. But Dorogi caught up. Navula lost out. Now the Mustangs will try that right flank. Little hesitation on the part of the defender gave Abdullahi some room. But it's recovered by Ethan Nedler for the Seawolves. Arsenault. Shea onside. Let the ball out into touch and a throw in for the Seawolves. Ivan Dominguez is about to come back in, and Sasha Bruno will join him the next time the Mustangs can get a change. By that touchline again, the Mustangs look to maintain control. They've got possession now. Youssef. Bassa. Using that speed down the touchline, but he played the ball too far in front of himself. Isidoro Dominguez made a great move to shake Casasa away. Now one of the players looks like he's cramped up down there. I don't know if it was Dominguez or not. I'll see in a second. The important thing now for the Mustangs is to get the ball to safety. They played that back to their keeper, Naigasaza. And now the referee will blow the play dead with the injured player. And I do believe that is Isidoro Dominguez out there.
Yeah, and I think you're exactly right on the cramp idea, Rob. We recognize that view. The player goes down. and immediately on his back and puts his leg up in the air, and you hope somebody can come over and take your toes and bend it towards it and get rid of that cramp. Matt Dove will go out and lend some medical expertise here, because there was no collision.
There wasn't even another player near him, I don't think. It just he either missed a step and cramped a bit, or just while he was running had a muscle seize up. I was wondering if Ivan Dominguez was going in for his brother anyway. I'm not sure that was the case, but I would expect now. I think Isidoro has to come out for a bit. Players got a chance to grab some water here.
Yeah, it's been warm, and they've been practicing in the warmth. It's cooled down here tonight now a little bit. It's a beautiful 66 degrees, and as we told you, the wind that was somewhat gusty has dropped right off.
Yeah, it hasn't been really a factor in the second half at all. Look at the women's soccer schedule. They're on the road this weekend as well. They'll head out and play Bristol Community College on Friday. That's a 4 p.m. start. On Saturday, they're at SUNY ESF. That's at 1 o'clock, and they'll stay in New York for a match on Sunday as well. 3 matches in 3 days for Coach Rob Rodriguez's bunch. They've got Almaty College of Pharmacy on Sunday. Next at home here, and a big one on the 24th, Paul Smith's College coming to town for a doubleheader. Women at 11 o'clock, and the men follow.
Got the goal here, Rob.
He's the only one so far, a pass from Youssef that sprung Igor Dominguez. And Dominguez has to finish this with a very nice individual effort. And watch what he does, pulling that back to the left foot. Got the keeper to commit and snuck it inside. That's it for goals. Bunch of chances each way. Laszlo Dorogi smacked the upright. Now could have put the Seawolves up 1-0 at the time. Both Rob Munsing and I think there's more goals in this contest. There's like 5 subs about to come in. William Perry's back in now. He'll take Israel Perez's spot. 4 more Southern Maine players all set to go.
Well, coaches might be reading the fact that, they saw a player cramp up, and is that a harbinger of what's to come? So
give some guys a bit of a rest and bring them back in.
Clock, Patrick.
Dowd. Youssef out in that flank. Bassa. Dowd again. He was dispossessed. The foul called, though, on a free kick. It's a Rogie for that. Once Dowd is up and ready, we'll get back to action. He's okay. Abdi Fattah Youssef is standing over the ball. He'll take the free kick for the Mustangs. Brandon Keltiga set to come in for Southern Maine. Larson Luntz over there too, number 13. Jason Plummer, number 22, will go in, and Anthony Nixon as well. For the edge of the area, but it looked like it might be a possibility for the Mustangs. Is blown dead on the foul, too much contact, and the Seawolves will restart. Just gave the ball right back, and in fact, the Mustangs did have it. Played to the 18 and cleared. David Wilson under pressure. Now on that far side by the touchline, the ball just stayed in. Arsenault up that right sideline. Up over the top, Erickson Shea looking to run onto this, and he's done so. Shea tumbled down by the goal line, and it is a corner kick. Here's the 6th corner of the game for Southern Maine, and the subs can come in. I mentioned 4 coming in. Erickson Shea will come out. Keltiga, the freshman, got his first collegiate assist on Saturday against CCRI, and he'll move right up front. So we'll see how long some of these players get a rest and how long they stay out. Dorogi, I think, on that far side. Taking the kick, indeed, that's him. Dorogi's corner into the area. Lands. Deflected away. Kasaka did get a foot on that for a shot. Nixon just in, played that ahead. Good pressure now from Southern Maine. But toward the goal, drilled away. And out comes Nagasaza to make sure that the Seawolves are sent packing at least momentarily. 54th minute of the 90, just the one goal. Lumu, still the tallest player out there, skied above everybody to clear. Ivan Dominguez to Bassa. Ivan Dominguez with it again. Sasha Bruno making sure he's not offside. Bruno's on that right side. They'll head toward him. Very nicely cut out. That was a very good play by Nazuzi Mavula. This rolls into the area, just barely, but enough for Andrew Pike to pick it up. Played toward David Wilson. Now a 50-50 ball run by Derogi. Onto the right wing, played ahead Sean Bellner. Kasaka's over there. Not sure the ball was off him. And it was. It's a Central Maine throw. A 65th minute. Interception now by the Seawolves. They try to turn it around. David Wilson played that back under pressure. Something about this game, neither team gives you an awful lot of time to make any kind of moves. Kasaka. Right to the edge of the area, trying to get through defenders, still with the ball. Played into the area, but cleared out. That was Abdirahman Farah who made the clear. Now back the other way. Ivan Dominguez trying to run onto this. He's got Anthony Nixon right there stride for stride. Bassa tried to find Bruno in the area. It was belted away. Jason Plummer, the defender, just came in, the freshman from Raymond, Maine. Just made his debut on Monday in his second game now, second straight game, and made a very important clear in a 1-0 battle. No margin for error whatsoever inside the area right now by defenders. And no mistake at all from Plummer. Another throw in for the Mustangs. Youssef played that back. Dominguez was the target in the area. They couldn't get it to him. Farah played out wide. Bassa's calling for it. They go into the area instead. And that got through the keeper's hands and in. A mistake by the keeper. And it's Ivan Dominguez who scores.
No shot's a bad shot, Rob.
How crucial could that be? Sometimes speed after the error is what counts, and Ivan Dominguez was too fast. And he scores his first ever goal. It's in the 67th minute, 2-0 Central Maine. Andrew Pike has been very good tonight. Just let that one slip through his fingers, and unfortunately, just mentioned, no margin for error inside the area. And that margin was razor thin and ended up to burn the freshman keeper. We'll see it here. And no bad plays on goal. And that's where this one goes. Pike's out to get it, just misjudges it. And look at the speed. Ivan Dominguez got there so quickly. Nothing anybody could do about that once the ball was on his foot. He had the entire goal to shoot at. And now the climb's gone a bit more uphill for Southern Maine, but still plenty of time. They're just down a couple of goals. And that one could be crucial. Abdirahman Farah played back to Lumu, who's going to defer to his keeper. Speaking of speed, they have to watch out for the on-rushing Brandon Celtica. Celtica's got fresh legs. He just came in. There'll be a sense of urgency now for Southern Maine. David Wilson. Larson Luntz. Tried to play that high. Judged the bounce very well. Lunt has it. Now it's Wilson. William Perry had it and lost it for Southern Maine. It's out into touch and a throw in for the Seawolves. That'll allow Josh Fadden to get back in. Fadden will come in for Zuzi. Actually, Zuzi Mavula will come out, yes. Confused for a second because Zuzi was coming over here, and Kasaka was also kind of heading toward Fadden as well to see who would be replaced. Derogi in the edge of the area. Kept at bay for now. Lumu blocks the shot. Said that a lot last year. Due to Lumu, the keeper for Central Maine. Moses blocks plenty in the middle of that defense. Bruno. Dowd. Being kicked out into touch for a Central Maine throw. 2 Dominguezes have scored tonight. Igor in the first half in the 40th minute. And Ivan, his first ever goal for Central Maine in the 67th. Ivan got a couple of goals in the exhibition game against St. Joe's. He did score then. Looked very impressive in that 3-3 draw. That's his first goal in a countable game. Now the throw-in for Central Maine. Zubair Abdullahi coming up to play it. Dowd. Farah. That's over the crossbar and a goal kick. So we're about to enter the 70th minute. Start to get into desperation territory for the Seawolves. Down a couple of goals. They're still looking for their first win of the season. Counting the Bridgeton Academy match, they no wins, 3 losses, and a draw. Now an attack here by the visitors. They worked it down. Nifty turn by Derogi. Played back, and now it's David Wilson. Wilson fancies a shot, but too many Mustangs in the way, and one of them, Abdi Fattah Youssef, made that block. He's got the ball now. Playing that into Bruno's path. Bruno trying to run this down, and he does. Bruno got away from his defender, kept the ball in. Great battle over on that far touchline. Bruno from a tight angle missed the target. Romano Basso was going to go on the far post. And I wonder if Sasha just didn't see him in time. Now Southern Maine back with it. Fadden toward Derogi. Derogi's been ever present around the ball for this Seawolves team. David Wilson. Trying to ladle that over the top. Celtica on the run. Has that knocked out for a corner. That's the 7th corner of the night for Southern Maine. So you could say they're due.
Yeah, they really need one here with under 20 minutes left.
Not Derogi this time. Looks like it's William Perry who's going to take this. Mustangs thought he might play it short, but now Larson Lunt's retreating. Lunt, the former Gardner Tiger. Here's the corner into the area. And it landed, maybe a chance to shoot. Is it bouncing around in there? It's still not cleared. Kasaka. 2 many defenders and a great tackle. That was kept in play.
That was beautiful play.
And once I can see the number, I'll tell you who that is. The player was injured and has a cramp. Ball's out of play. Shahini Khan will come in.
I think probably the cramp came on that extension, on the slide tackle.
I'll see if I can pick out who that is. Abdi Fattah Youssef is the one standing.
Yeah, it was a beautiful play and kept in play, as you mentioned.
Zubair Abdullahi, that's who that is. Yeah, that's Zubair. Tremendous play. Not only did they make the tackle, as you mentioned, kept the ball inside.
18-17. 18-17.
So he's just cramped up, it looks like, as they're attending to his right leg. Maybe a calf injury. Maybe just a Charlie horse as he's up now.
Heard the officials say they want to reset the clock for 18-17, so we will do that during this stoppage of play. Baseball on Saturday, Quincy College. Doubleheader. 1 and 3 on those games. Sunday, more baseball in HTI. That will move the game that was originally scheduled in October, on October 5th, will no longer go since it's been moved to a doubleheader on this Sunday.
And looking like a fairly nice weekend, Saturday especially. It's sunny and 65. A little bit of chance of rain on Sunday, but not much.
Yeah, with the turf field you can play, and if it's baseball, we can do it. We get rain out for a soccer game. You can play the game, but our broadcast is going to be iffy with rain because we're...
You might be seeing a little bit of the tent if we have a rain broadcast. We have to have everything under the tent. And I don't think we've tried that yet, have we?
No, and
we probably wouldn't.
And Rob is very leery about doing that. This Rob.
Yeah.
Rob Kennedy, Rob Munson here.
Yeah, it's more you than me.
Yeah,
I just
well,
stand under the
if
tent.
you get a little bit of a wind, it blows rain into the tent onto the very expensive electronic equipment that we have. So we want to do this for a long time. We just signed up for 5 more years. We can't put the equipment out in the rain.
Yeah, job security. Sasha Bruno playing that long down the sideline. Bassa's there, is now on the near side. Shahini Kyle. They've switched spots. Bassa's got the throw. The 73rd minutes.
Yeah, we're so careful, Rob, to set the clock and then didn't start it. We'll pick it up at 17-17.
Bruno. A lot of space. Sasha exploring some options. They tried the give and go. It was cut out by the defender. Well anticipated by Jason Plummer. Moses Lumu touched that ahead quickly. Lumu has it again. Jacob Atwood out in that left side. Actually scratched that. That's not Atwood. That's Adrian Bergueno who's in now, number 16. Bergueno, the former Mount Ararat Eagle. Central Maine would love just to keep possession for as long as they can. As they've got that 2-goal lead. A little bit of a cushion, but not a safe lead yet, not with 16 and a half to go. Ivan Dominguez, one of the 2 goal scorers tonight. His brother Igor also on the score sheets. Abdurakib Farah back to Moses Lumu. Lumu under pressure from Kasaka. Stolen away, Josh Fadden, but shielded off. Youssef got right back on it. Ikal. Ikal. DeRogi caught up to him. Dominguez. That's Ivan. Youssef wants the long-range shot. It's over the bar. Not a bad attempt, though.
Had the idea, went far side, top side.
Igor Dominguez back in. Erickson Shea will re-enter for Southern Maine. So both Dominguez goal scorers back on the pitch.
Ivan getting some love online here. Got a big Ivan. Yes, go Ivan after his goal tonight. Cameron Lewis fanning him up online.
And Ivan's coming off now. If he walks in front of the camera, you'll see him. No, he ducked.
He ducked. He's a good kid.
Headed ahead by the Seawolves over toward Kasaka. Shea just on. He's got fresh legs. Possession back to the Mustangs, however. Youssef, Tori Kyle will catch up to this. Josh Fadden on his horse to catch up. Played back to Bruno again. Bruno crossing. Bassa won't get to this, I don't think. He did.
Amazing.
I should not doubt Romano Bassa. I should know by now. He's got tons of speed.
He got overdrive.
And he had any chance to catch up to that as it skipped off the turf, but he got there and kept it alive. Farah lost out that time to DeRogi. Turned upfield. Played outside William Perry, but he showed too much of the ball. And that allowed Abdi Rakib Youssef to claim. Bruno. Abdi Fattah Youssef. Abdi Rakib Youssef. Ladled ahead, and Ikal will catch up to this. Ikal toward goal, and well played by Pike, as that was a difficult shot. He turned it over the bar.
Yeah, that was a tester. He might have hit that near side top corner, but Pike skied for it.
I realized there was not much he could do but play it out over the bar. It was a really smart goalkeeping play. Corner number 3 for Central Maine. I was going to say, I think it'd be Abdi Rakib Youssef who's going to take it. And as I was thinking that, I saw number 26 become visible down in the corner.
And we get kind of blocked out, but Zach will give you the view as the ball comes out of the corner.
Conversation there. Brian Dewar, the 3-time Yankee Small College Conference Coach of the Year, talking to his players. Back towards Sasha Bruno. Farah. Lumu. We're going to get rid of that with Alberto Casaca right there. He's not a man you trifle with, Casaca. Great battle over by that touchline, won by the Mustangs. Bassa again. Great ball square. They tried to play that through, and Ikal and Youssef almost set up a great opportunity. Bruno. The 78th minute.
Yeah, Mustangs utilizing that possession game, Rob. Smartly done by them here.
DeRogi intercepts to start things up for the Seawolves. Fadden does well to maintain possession momentarily at least, but now the Mustangs have it back. Igor Dominguez absorbs some contact. Igor's into the area, taking on 3 Seawolves. Put it in front anyway, and it's cleared away. Dangerous opportunity for Dominguez, has already got one.
Yeah, Mustangs have tilted the field here, Rob, in the last 5 minutes.
Casaca played towards Shea. He's on the hop. Shea got around one defender. Back to play it, though, was Abdi Rakib Youssef. Now Lumo got held a little bit. Fought right through it, though, and the foul called. Yeah, Foul's called this time, though, against Central Maine. I think it was the 2 players who were down on the turf. And it's a free kick for Southern Maine.
Yeah, Youssef with a nice defensive play. Ran the spot, Rob, anticipated where the ball would be and intersected it. Well done.
Let's see what the Seawolves have drawn up as far as this set piece is concerned. DeRogi very dangerous from here, and they'll have some targets to pick out inside the area. Casaca's down there.
He had a similar one, I think, in the first half.
He did. Erickson Shea is a target. Josh Fadden. David Wilson, 17s, advancing toward the 18. There's 6 or 7 different Southern Maine players inside the area for DeRogi to pick out. But that was not what he wanted. Popped that well over the crossbar. And an opportunity for the Seawolves comes to nothing. 80th minute. A 2-goal lead. Igor Dominguez in the 40th minute. Ivan Dominguez in the 67th. Both teams have had numerous other chances. Southern Maine's best, with a score still 0-0. Laszlo DeRogi off the bar, actually off the upright, really. And then a ball that bounced over Sonny DeBika's foot on the rebound. He was able to make contact, but since it was such a high bounce, he couldn't get much velocity at all. Maybe an opportunity here. Dominguez, as he called out wide, tried to dribble by the defenseman, and then grabbed a shirt and called for the foul. May have been better served to go outside to Shahini Kyle in that situation, but right now that just kind of shows you how confident Igor Dominguez is when he's got the ball in his foot. And why not? He's had a tremendous game. DeRogi. Caleb Arsenault. Israel Perez. Too many Mustangs there, however. David Wilson. A long drive, got through the keeper, but it's wide. Ooh, Nagasaza misplayed that, but thankfully for the home fans, he misplayed it wide of the mark. But it is a corner for the Seawolves, excuse me.
Yeah, through the wickets, and
that
luckily
would have been, as they call it, a howler. If it
wasn't on goal. He wasn't on goal, so when it went through, it went off the side. But as you said, Rob, corner coming up.
It's DeRogi on it once again. 81st minute. DeRogie toward goal. And that's another corner. Number 9. Played short this time. Now popped into the area. Nagasaza went over his head, but it was cleared off the line, and that shot over the bar. That'll allow Isidoro Dominguez to come back in. Isidoro needs a goal tonight. His two brothers have one. He'll come in now with 8.5 to go. Minute 82 of the 90. Time starting to get very short on Southern Maine.
Have to call those Dominguez hat tricks, Rob, if they each get a goal.
Tremendous they could all do with a family hat trick, yeah.
That's awesome. Nice kids, too.
So the clock stopped.
Oops.
Don't want the Mustangs milking too much clock. Clock starting on that touch by Nagasaza. The referee wasn't putting up with that. Not so fortunate. There's one thing to try to kill some time. There's another to delay the game for as long as he did. So 2 yellow cards per team now. Bassa goes outside trying to work back in on Larson Lunt. Bassa deferred to Daoud. Daoud lost it. Bruno found it. Youssef. Sasha Bruno trying to shield the ball, did well, draws the foul. And a free kick now for Central Maine.
Yeah, we're getting occasional dropouts, and as soon as that occurs, I fix it, but we may drop out for a second or two. Apologize for that.
Isidoro Dominguez will take the kick when he's good and ready. Central Maine trying to kill as much time as they possibly can, and they've done a good job at that. Too good if you ask the keeper Nagasaga, who was warned for that. That was blocked. Bruno on the rebound, put that toward goal, and Andrew Pike went down low to save. He's not wasting any time, is he? Great hustle by Josh Fadden, couldn't catch up with it. And subs coming in now. Ivan Dominguez back in. Dylan Wayant and William Perry, both coming in for the Seawolves. We've played 84 minutes of the 90. Sun starting to set on Southern Maine. That's toward Ivan Dominguez. His goal came in the second half. Igor's came in the first. That foul called against Bruno. And Bruno will get a yellow card as well. That'll be for time wasting. As Bruno was not in any mood to move away from that free kick, and the referee will put him in the book for it. Delivery toward the edge of the area, headed away, however, right toward Romano Bassa. Bassa trying to use that sideline and all that speed that he possesses. Great agility, too, when he cuts back. Bassa still looking to get by Wayant in a battle of 12s. Bassa still with it. Didn't get the shot off, but he killed precious seconds with that long run down the touchline. Dominguez played that back. Into the middle for Farah. Youssef back to Lumu. Toward Farah again. Tried to stab that down with his foot. Had it knocked away right to William Perry. In the 86th minute, Dylan Wanth. Wanth, a senior. Just wondering if there's enough time left for one good chance for Southern Maine, let alone a pair of them. That's what they need. Israel Perez. Josh Fadden. Caleb Arsenault now, but he ran smack dab in Daoud. Ivan Dominguez played out toward Daoud. He's got Bruno arriving. Daoud, 4 defenders back. Bassa on the flank, advancing in. Bassa shoots and just missed the far post. That's the kind of goal Romano Bassa can score, and he came very close off the setup from Abdirahman Daoud.
Yeah, nice looking setup on the counterattack by the Mustangs. You said it, Rob, with the Seawolves having to pin all their hopes offensively, there might be a breakout, and there was.
I'm going to predict a breakout, too. I was going to predict that left flank. Left now because you'll see Bassa play both sides, but he is extremely explosive and very good in the open fields. You just saw it. Excellent finisher as well. I mean, he had a goal in the exhibition game against St. Joe's. He had a pair of goals in that 6-1 win over Northern Essex on Saturday. Maybe an opportunity here. Well, it's a corner. Just 3.5 to go. Corner number 10 for Southern Maine. For the most part, the Mustangs have defended that well. Referee stops the clock. Subs can come in. Justin Violets, the Lisbon native, heads into the fray for the Mustangs. And David Wilson back in for the Seawolves.
Give us a chance to sync up the clock, so we're official now.
William Perry's coming off, it looks like, so he won't take the corner. Alberto Casacca's heading over there to do the honors instead. Kind of get the feeling the Seawolves need to score on this one to have any hope to come back and equalize. They really need a goal here.
We already subbed for him.
Genovic Long is coming in. Genovic will be heading in the next chance he gets. The next 3:22. Coach Brian Dewar sending everybody up that he can except for the keeper. And Genovic Long will get to come in now, I think. Nope, not yet. The referee says wait one more stoppage. Play to the edge of the area. Wanth, his shot was blocked. Wanth still with it, had to play that back. Jason Plummer knocked it ahead. Casacca over on that right wing toward the goalkeeper. And rising to grab is Nagasaza. Nagasaza down on the ground and a Seawolf player down with him. That was Erickson Shea.
Yeah, grabbed his back as he went down.
He stopped the clock, and yeah, he's still got a hand on his back. Not sure the Seawolves will give him much of a benefit of the doubt on that right now, given that he's already been booked once for time wasting. There was a collision there. And sometimes the implication is usually the keeper will try to kill time any way they can. Most keepers I know will. Genovic Long in now. He'll take Ivan Dominguez's spot. Justin Violets in as well. Into the 88th minute. Played ahead toward that touchline, and great hustle by Josh Fadden to keep that alive for the Seawolves. Fadden was closed off, though. That's a goal kick. Moses Lumu not happy with some of the contact from Fad, but the referee says nothing wrong with that. And those two separate. That'll be the end of that. Isidoro Dominguez, the captain, looks like he'll take this goal kick.
Boomed it.
Hey, he's got a leg. Daoud ahead to Igor Dominguez. Back to Daoud. Abduramin Daoud played ahead. Normally on the other end of that long through ball. Daoud trying to close his man down, David Wilson. Stole it away. Daoud still got through defenders. Popped that toward goal. It's over the crossbar. Not a bad attempt. Especially now when you're up a couple of goals. You kill some time. You force them to retrieve the ball and set up for the goal kick.
Yep, let it go. If it goes deep, the clock will tick.
With a one-goal lead, I'd say you want to be more careful with your possession. Up 2 goals at this stage in the 89th minute, you can take some risks. That's a very nice ball to Kasaka. Unfortunately, though, the flag was up, and he's called for offside.
Yeah.
Right idea. Well executed, except for the offside, because Kasaka was definitely on that ball first.
Alberto, get away from it!
Isidoro Dominguez moseying up to the ball. As we enter the 90th minute, Kasaka. Kind of surprised he doesn't have a goal yet. Played to Erickson Shea. Shea has to run this down under pressure from Adrian Bergueno. Bergueno and Shea. That's into the side netting with 42 seconds to go. And Nagasaza will be in no rush to set the ball on the 6-yard line and take that kick. Nagasaza's back might be hurting him a little bit, given that he usually takes those goal kicks, and now Isidoro is doing it instead. Kind of mood at this point, though. Mustangs going to go to 2-0. Seawolves, though, still looking for their first victory. And this their 5th game. Certainly one they could have won tonight. Just didn't get the breaks, especially that shot by Derogi in the first half that clanged off the upright.
They want a handball on that.
They sure do, and I can see why.
Yeah.
The horn sounds, and the rivalry win goes to the boys in red this time. Central Maine, a 2-0 victory over Southern Maine. Their undefeated streak against their rival from South Portland now at 4. 2 wins and a draw last year and a win on home turf tonight, 2-0.
Yeah, we can take a look at the goals, Rob, as you recap the scoring.
Let's run them down. The first one in the 40th minute, and Igor Dominguez. It's a great individual effort, but after this pass from Abdurraqib Youssef, Dominguez will do the rest as you watch him cut in and then cut right back outside. Got the keeper to commit. Pike came out, and tremendous finish by Igor Dominguez. That's Igor's 2nd goal of the season, 1-0 at the time. And in the second half, opportunity knocked for the Central Maine Community College Mustangs, and another Dominguez brother, this time Ivan, answers the knock. You watch this ball put in, and the keeper Pike had a very nice game for the most part, but just misjudged the ball. And you can't get away with that with a speedster like Ivan Dominguez right there. Came up and popped into the top of the net, and that was it. That goal in the 67th minute. Central Maine hung on from there out to win this contest 2-0. They're 2-0 on the season. They'll head off on the road this weekend. Southern Maine now 0-4-1 on the season. They'll head out on the road as well. They're at Vermont Tech on Saturday. So that'll do it for us tonight. For the entire Munsing Media crew, my name is Rob Kennedy saying so long. Another home victory for Central Maine. 2-0 over their rivals from Southern Maine on Munsing Media.